Welcome back to Gmwwradio. This is Unfiltered, presented by Street Smart Society, and Skyline James, Malachi behind the camera making remarks. And it's Rap Jury, man. Again, the reason that I got this show is because your man Malachi gave me Rap Jury, and that's why this segment will be here no matter what. The rest of the segments can come and go, but we live and die off of Rap Jury right here. And this week we got our second review, and this is a quick back-to-back review for this man because usually it takes me a year and a half to get a second review out of artists. We got a second review of our man Noah Joseph, aka Free Drugs. We got the Unknown Artist Project here with no names to any of the songs. And on the other side, we got Fly High Records, CEO 50, Purple Nipplez. Even though it's never been explicitly told to me if this was like a Fly High Records mixtape or if it was CEO 50 mixtape, it seems like a compilation project. Like I said, CEO 50 is on most of the tracks, but it does seem like it has a point to getting other artists heard. Saying that, also, again, until y'all prove me otherwise, this is still the best album cover I've seen, hands down. It might need to be blurred in some places. They couldn't put this in Walmart. I know that much.
Yeah, Target, Walmart, yeah.
So, but yeah, shout out to both CEO 50 and Free Drugs, aka Noah Joseph, or Noah Joseph, aka Free Drugs, whatever you want.
No Gotta Bo, whatever the hell you want to be called.
That one I'm not rolling with because I know what that one's about. That's the equivalent of calling Birdman baby, okay. But no, I guess we go kick it off. We're gonna start off with our man Free Drugs. Again, this is his second project for us. He wanted to go a little different route with this. He wanted to make it more of a I guess about the songs. No, like I said, there's no names of the tracks. It's just track 1 through track 8. We're gonna kick it off from there, man. I'll let you start this one off. I'll be bullying in the beginning.
All right. So production, it seems like there's only two producers, Jake Weiser and B Young. So the album starts out just track 1. It just seems like the introduction's like of ours. It's just kind of like
See, I mean, you're right. To me, it was quick. It wasn't a long track, but it was opening with this crazy bars. But I tell people all the time, when it comes to your first track, I want one of two things. You either tell me the story and give me the background of what I'm about to hear, or you can just amaze me with these bars. He took the bars route. Yeah. So that's really but in between that, if your opening track isn't one of those two things, you would have to be very lucky for me to be like, this was a good opener. Which is kind of funny, because I feel like we're gonna have an example of that later. But yeah, and shout out to Jake Weiser. We reviewed his solo project a few weeks ago. He's on the boards for 4 of the tracks on this album, and he's on the feature. After that, we got track 2, again, another production by Jake Weiser. This one was kind of simple. He definitely seemed like he might have been too high for this one. Like it just, even his voice sounded like, bro, you might not have wanted to smoke that much weed before you get to the studio. Track's not bad. I'm just saying, like, when it sounds like he's high.
But all right, wait, track 2? We're talking about track. All right, I didn't do the homework. Wait, so intro, it goes with, you got the baddest bitch. He's in Jamaica. Just got a new whip, and then it goes into, now he's going to McDonald's, grabbing that 6'3" and 210s. I need to see what that is. I don't care how much you smoked. I think that's a lot of food. And
it's not as bad as the San Andreas doing.
What?
The part of San Andreas when they go through the drive-thru and fat dude just orders.
Big Smoke gets like the whole entire. Let me get a double this.
Learned that whatever restaurant they went to had a 48.
Let me get a 48. 210s and this. I'm sorry.
I can never go to a McDonald's and if I'm not like, that's weird. Like, you're right. Like what he said, 6'8" and 210s.
Yeah, 6'3" and 210s.
The 210s are probably nuggets.
I think they are. This says 210s, or that's about 20 nuggets right there. Or unless that's a 20, that's 40 nuggets.
The 3 is a quarter pounder with cheese is what I'm thinking. I'm trying to guess what this could have happened. And number 5 might have been a chicken sandwich of some sort.
Number 6 could definitely be chicken sandwich. Number 3 could be double. All right.
He's about to look that up. He went to the app.
I'm going. I need to see.
But not like I said, he was high as shit for this song. Like I said, I still think the song is cool, but then, like I said,
but then it switches up at the very end where he's like, I'm gonna go Snapchat your girl, and then who just smoked a few rocks, and now I'm gonna, I don't know if it was you in particular or somebody else, like you're rapping about at this point. Now taking her home, and then even having her make you a few sandwiches. Like that was it. That was the last 3 lines. It was like, take her home and then have her make me a few sandwiches.
Also,
and that was it.
Oh yeah, no, that was it.
It just cut off. I mean, it was interesting. I mean, I don't know.
I was worried because there's only 8 tracks on this, and you got 2 skits. But I wasn't worried. I wasn't worried after I heard this shit. This is one of the funniest skits ever.
Number
First thing
number
3.
Number 3 is the
That skit's funny as shit, bro. So he calls like the Chinese spot. And he's like, what did he say? You want 100 egg rolls?
100 egg rolls and a gallon of duck sauce.
Yeah, and a gallon of duck sauce. And the woman on the line, the Chinese woman is like, what?
This is the skit.
It's just a skit.
You got to listen to skit 3, and then you got to listen to track 4 after.
100 egg rolls and duck sauce in my favorite in the world. Getting tattooed, so.
Yeah,
bro. And this is literally a minute of him repeating this, like to the woman, because the woman just doesn't get it. She's like, I want 100, and it sounds like he says a straight face. I want 100 egg rolls. I want a gallon of duck sauce. What?
How many?
How many?
He's like 100.
He's like, I want 100. He's like, at that very end, she's like, 100? He's like, yeah, 100 egg rolls and a gallon of duck sauce. I'm just like, yo. It's one of those orders where I'm like, I'm not making this till you show up. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you're going to have to come to the restaurant, and I'm going to have to see that you about this money before I make 100 egg rolls. And do we even got a gallon of duck sauce? It's like, yo. That shit was funny as hell. Then it goes into track 4, which I'm calling egg rolls. like I wasn't like, I thought about going into this review trying to name the tracks while I listened to them, and I just didn't feel like we'll do all that. But right. Well, I mean, that'd be a good thing for him to do.
Come on with the best playlist.
All right. You tell me, what would you name any of these tracks? You know?
So, well, honestly, the track 1 would have just been intro. Like, some people just name shit intro. I didn't name track 1 intro.
I can do intro.
I forget what the hook was for track 2, but I just, because it wasn't that.
There wasn't a hook. Like I said, it was just a whole story.
Stony
Stories?
I would
just be like.
Probably Stony Stories or something, or just I was too high.
I was too high.
When I got high, just be when I was too high. But yeah, no. If I had the name 3 and 4, it'd be egg roll skit, egg roll song, or just egg roll. But that would have been, because he went straight into that. Again, it's a great song. Like I said, this is one of those moments where the skit and the next track are perfect for
you. That was a double, like how it rolled. That was
Like, honestly, if he makes the video, man, I need the video with the skit.
Yeah.
Like, if he ever made a video for track 4, I need that first part of it. You trying to order 100 egg rolls and some duck sauce.
I just want to be in the Chinese food store.
Yeah.
I just want to be a customer before or after. Just let me be in there.
Yeah, but that shit was like, I'm telling you, like, you will love this shit when you hear it. It's like, literally, that's it. There's not anything else to this skit outside of the fact that the woman over the phone sounds terribly confused. But he doesn't say anything else. 100 egg rolls, a gallon of duck sauce, and I feel like he said it like that.
100 egg rolls, a gallon of duck sauce. I mean, like, I feel like you need about a gallon.
You would.
I think just like 100 egg rolls. I mean, yeah. Because I mean, like, let's be real, like, per egg roll, you need at least minimum 3, and like, but the thing is, they give you like so many in the first place. They already do. So I mean, like, a gallon, it's like, oh, the gallon, you want a gallon? Here, fine.
After that, back over to the egg roll song. That one is about. This track is about tree chicks. Him being wild. It's a standout track to me though, like, because again, the energy from the skit protrudes through the song, and the song is great for that. Again, it's. Substance-wise, I'm not sitting here saying he went like crazy with the bars or lyricism, which I know he can do. This one seemed more like a fun track and skit for me, which is interesting for the idea that this is unknown artists. There's no names to these tracks, but obviously this track 3 and track 4 were meant for each other. You would think these could be when Kendrick did this. I honestly believe those when Kendrick did his, it was just 8 random tracks that didn't make albums.
Yeah, I think like there were like parts from that could have been on Section 80,
right.
Mad City, and then like
this to me seems like it's a project where he wanted to be mysterious about it. That this was a project meant to be these 8 tracks.
Yeah. This was a made project. Because I mean, just with the production alone, I mean, it's definitely promoting this kind of I don't know, what would you say, promoting just the idea of just like, hey, this will all probably made at the same time.
Probably.
But I mean, track 4.
That was.
Oh yeah, that was in that 5. That was
5.
Yeah,
man. Y'all know me, man. I like talking about the make of the songs. I don't usually, unless you say something wild, I don't talk about the lyrics that much. I got something here. And this is how this bitch started. I'm buying bitches on the dark web. It was the first words out of his mouth on that track was, I'm buying bitches on the dark web.
Well, track 1, he says, I'm buying a sex doll for $10,000. So
that part that's a sex doll. That's not.
But he's dropping that for $10,000. I would assume he's just getting some hoes in track 5.
There's a difference between buying a sex doll, which is legal, and human trafficking.
I don't think he was. I would hope. No, you're out there is not about that life.
No. It's me. A lot of what Noah says is joking. I know that. I don't look at. He's never came out and said, I sell bricks and I'm out here on the block hustling this shit hand to hand on the corner. He's never said anything that makes it sound like he wants his street cred to be recognized in that way. So I'm not worried about the authenticity of the idea that he might be really buying bitches on the dark web. It's just that's some real wild way to start a track. Anything that deals with the dark web starting a track is wild. You don't even have to be about buying bitches. Like the dark web is a weird place. But again, after that, he changes flows a couple times. Jake Weiser is in this one, going ham on this one too.
Yeah.
Actually, I have to say, Jake, I think I gave him a 4.45 for his album.
Something like that.
His album was so concept based that I didn't really get the wilder side of Jake on that. It was more, like I said, he was proving a point with his album. So hearing Jake on this track too is a breath of fresh air because they both going ham. It took me 2 listens because I didn't know Jake was on the track the first time. So my first review of the track was, holy shit, Noah switched up his flow like 4 different times. Then I had to look at it. I'm like, wait, Jake's on here. All right, let me go back and figure out where Jake is at. Because I thought Noah Joseph had 3 or 4 different fucking flows, and it was the most amazing thing I thought I heard in a minute. He does have 2. I do know that Noah switches up his flow once, but I had to figure out that one of the other flow switch ups were actually Jake. So, how'd you feel about track 5?
That was cool. You definitely. I haven't listened to enough Jake Weiser to know his like whole spectrum of like I don't know, abilities in music. But I mean, like this was definitely just listening from the album to this, that was definitely a switch up. I thought it was a good one. It was a good track. I mean, everyone puts in work. I feel like that was a pretty good. It was a pretty good one.
Shout out to B Young on the production.
Yeah, so it switches up on production. So the first.
It's only 2 producers on.
Yeah, there's only 2 producers, but it starts as track 1 through 4, excluding track 3, is Jake Weiser, and then it finishes up with B Young, which was good. I mean, there was some good beats with that.
Then after that, we get the track 6, which to me, this is one of the first times on either project where I get this part of Drugs, where it's like he's actually talking about like introspective stuff. He talks about his goals. Yeah. He's talking about like being a rapper in the city and how like he shows his true lyrical ability. Mm-hmm. He also shows that he can be serious, because no matter how good Noah is, sometimes I don't know how serious he's being.
Yeah, it's really hard to take you seriously, but track 6 definitely showed a different side. I thought this is my favorite track in this whole entire project. It's really good. I like the beat. And yeah, you come out more serious than you like. I mean, talk about getting that sex doll, I mean, whatever. I mean, which is all right.
And when I say serious, I'm not like putting you in like a Lonely Island role. It's just like you kind of the nicest way I could put this is it's like a lot of your tracks are like We Made You-ish Eminem type tracks, like the funny Eminem tracks. Instead of this, to me, is more of a more serious track. The only reason I use Eminem is because I didn't want to have to compare you to Little Dicky, which I think I'd rather compare you to that.
Yeah. All right, we were all right. So it was Grilled or Crispy for number 6, Double Quarter Pounder number 3, and then 2 10-piece nuggets. That's a lot of food.
I'm mad as shit that I had it exactly right. I'm more mad at myself for knowing the exact numbers for them joints, because that means the number 1's the Big Mac and the number 2 is the quarter pounder with no cheese. And from there on, I might get like fuzzy from everything else. But the idea is, and then I know it cuts to just chicken after like 5. So I'm like, I'm assuming it's just a crispy chicken for 5 or whatever he ordered. And I'm not mad. I feel like at this point everybody knows like the very last numbers of nuggets. So I'm like, I'm not mad about knowing that. I'm mad at the fact that I was right about the quarter pounder and the chicken sandwich. And the idea that he ordered 2. The only thing you're gonna order 2 of is nuggets because you're sharing. If you order 2 fucking quarter pounders, you got a problem. You got a problem. I'm sorry.
No. So 2 sandwiches and 20 pieces of nuggets. Plus you get 3 fries. If you're because he said that he wants the numbers. Yes. And plus you get the drink.
That's meals.
It's meals.
Maybe other people want it.
I hope.
In that track, it sounded like you're with your bad bitch, and then you're like, fuck this bitch. And
okay, then no, that's fine. Hey man.
But he said he like burned one and that was it. Like then he went to McDonald's. I don't know. I've lived somewhat that life. I've never gone to McDonald's and ordered 4 different meals, but I've gone to McDonald's stoned and ordered shit that I shouldn't have ordered. If you know what a McGangbang is, you understand the life I've lived. Hey, that's
that was dark.
Wait, was it that? I mean, a McGangbang is a McChicken and a McDouble put together.
Yeah. That's all.
That's all it is. He said that was dark.
Yeah, it's not.
I think it's
McGang. Yeah, you can do some unknown numbers up there.
So back over to the music.
Yeah, sorry.
Track 7. This is on you, Noah. You wanted to talk about a bunch of food on your album, and I've been basically working since 7 this morning, so I ain't had food since. I'm just talking about food at this point. But at this point, track 7, this was the low point for me. Like I actually thought I was gonna make it through all 8 tracks without having a bad track. And to me, you sound like and this is probably what hurts when it gets to me, knowing that I've listened to more than one project from you. Track 7, that sounds like a bunch of stuff you said already.
I think he was following up from a lot of backlash that he was receiving from the last project, talking about a picture for $100, $100,
which I like that track.
But I think he wanted to be more like saying, like he didn't want to be like. I think the whole picture for $100 was supposed to be making fun, like
it was supposed to be a parody track.
Yeah, just kind of like what's his face, Hobson, who parodied,
mumble rap. Okay.
Yeah, so like I think he was trying to do the same type of deal, and he got like a different backlash, which doesn't matter. You're still getting feedback from somebody. You're getting views, you're getting likes, whatever. People bang the track. Jordan likes the track. Whatever. I mean, but I thought in track 7 he was trying to say like, that's not me. But he was still he's still rapping about.
Like I said, that one, like, if anybody asks, I'll go back and re-listen to the track to get any specifics. But like I said, it just sounded like he was reusing lines.
Yeah. But I mean, I think he was. I mean, from there, I think it was just kind of just restating and trying to just like follow up on just what backlash he's been receiving from his last. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I'll have to sit down and listen to, because I listened to like track 2 like 4 times. Just like, yo, what did this dude do? So I don't know.
After that, it's track 8. Actually, this is the weird part, is the album kind of ends badly for me. I didn't like track 7. I'm not a big fan of track 8 either. This one's just he's over, like, I know, like, when I say a lot of like our artists that are cocky and that are about themselves, he's overly cocky on this one. Like, this one might be like Kanye cocky. Past that, the hook was dope. And then did you notice the triangle line where he went like 4 bars where he was rapping about different shapes of triangles? I say there's some weird point, and like I don't even know how I feel about it personally, but there's this point where he goes in on he basically goes Big Bang Theory. If Sheldon was rapping, that would have imagined for those bars about the, because he went through.
But like isosceles.
Yeah, he went through the whole. He went through like it made sense. Like it's probably the highlight of the song. Like I'm looking into it too deeply because I didn't want to go back to school for 30 seconds. But he went like isosceles, right, acute, obtuse. Like I'm just saying the random different triangles. He said isosceles at one point, but he rhymed it together to all be smooth. That was probably the best part about that track. It's the reason why it's not my worst track, because I even have it in my notes. Like I'm not sure if this is a good or a bad thing about these triangle lines, but I will admit that it's smart. Like you obviously went to school. This nigga that didn't go to school wouldn't be able to do these triangle lines. lines. You wouldn't. Like that's something I could definitely say is a nigga that dropped out would not be able to hit me with these triangles.
It's always good to be educated. Come on. Never hurts to be educated.
Educated.
What?
Educated.
Educated. That's fine. Via music.
So, how did you feel about the last track?
It was all right. Yeah, it didn't. I don't know. I think it was like only like a minute or two, and not even. But it was. It's all right. I don't know. I'm cool with like educated rap, so I don't know.
I wasn't out here telling people I want a short bus shorty. I'm just saying that like I'm just saying. It's just that section of bars was pretty dope for the fact that I didn't really like any other part of the song outside of the hook. The hook was dope.
Okay.
But I was like I said, it's only 8 tracks. It's a quick in and out, and really it was only 6 tracks. But I count skit 3 because that skit was dope.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's about it. I mean, wait, was there a track 9?
No.
Okay.
Should there?
No. So, yeah, that was it.
Like, you get the bonus track? What?
You
get the exclusive now.
So I guess I'll start off with the worst to the best. My worst will be track 7. Like I said, it sounds like stuff that I've heard you say before. And if what James says is right, then I just listen to it wrong. And I'll admit that. But because if you're stating in the song that you're trying to not be what people think you are, then that's different. Which I didn't even have that. I don't have that issue with you at all. I'm fine with the funny shit. It was just like that song just sounded like you were repeating stuff. What's your worst?
8. It didn't finish well. It was all right. I don't know. Nothing. Wasn't anything special. I mean, like compared, I think the whole project was a pretty solid project actually. So
then after that, my best track. Sorry, y'all, I had to got my roll real quick. My favorite track is track 5 featuring Jake Weiser. Again, that one is just. I get this. It's Jake. It's you. I get different parts of both of y'all that I feel like I didn't get. I don't. Like I said, it's a great track. Y'all two work together greatly. It's I don't have any issue. My runner-up would be track 6, which I think is going to be his favorite.
that is.
So, it's kind of funny because like my worst track was probably your second worst track. Your worst track was probably my second worst track. Your favorite track is my second. Like this is how this one worked. Like we weren't that far like apart. We thought the highlights of this album.
I would say top track. If like I had to pick another one, I wouldn't say. I'd probably say 2. I mean, even
though you had to listen to it 4 times to figure out what was going on.
Why I wanted this because I was trying to figure out like were you the person at the end of the story because he's like, and then he said he drove her home and then she made him a few sandwiches or something. And I was kind of like,
I love that's the driving point to the song to you is he got a couple sandwiches made.
Well, but like after she was all fucked up on some smack or something.
You'd be shocked about what some of these bitches can do when they fucked up. Like I've had some pancakes made at like 3 a.m. by these chicks that are just not here.
But he started the story with the baddest bitch in Jamaica. I said like you're in Jamaica on vacation or something, and then you like switch from like I don't know. It was a very interesting story of how it started and how it ended. That's
where my issue with reviewing his projects is I have to find the lines where I'm supposed to take this literally, and then I got to find the lines where I'm supposed to take this figuratively. Yeah. And I'm like, it's hard to figure out which ones are which sometimes. It's like some things he's really serious. I'm like, okay, that was him being serious. Then sometimes it's like, oh, he's just fucking around. And then there's that gray area where I'm like, I don't know what's going on, though. Like it sounded dope, but I don't know if you being serious, if you being funny. Like it's lines. There's lines to everything. Saying that, I guess I'll start off my number. I'm going with the strong 4. I think this is another dope project from Noah. Like I said, the end was pretty weak. That's why I'm going with the 4. Like, even if track 8 was better, I could have went with the 4 or 5. But the ending of this was just bad. Track 7 and 8 are not for me. I can run back 1 through 6, and like I said, as of right now, track 3 is one of the best skits I've heard of 2018. Like, and it's so simple. Like, I feel like some of y'all overstep what a skit needs to be, and this was a simple ass skit. I don't know if he really called the Chinese spot because I feel bad for that lady if that was really him calling the Chinese spot. But outside of that, no, man, like you got the formula for that skit was perfect, and most of the other tracks are perfect. That's how I got on this.
I was gonna give it 4 too. I really liked it. Fun, solid project. Yeah, I could definitely picture a music video for track 3, 4 as one. You know, you're on the phone, call that, you know, get the double, like, you know, like you get him on the phone, get the, you know, the person at the.
Like I can just picture the face.
Yeah.
Oh, a gallon of duck sauce?
Yeah.
She had to say that. You know how the phone person is always one of those like broken English?
Yeah, yeah.
And when they say it back to the other person, cool, that's the person whose face I want to see.
Yeah.
Like, and he goes, like, that look is like, what?
And then like him with 2 bags with the bottle. Yeah, gallon. He'd be like,
like, I don't care.
I know. No. It happened. That actually happened to me recently. I called up. I was like, where the fuck's my food at? It's been like 45 minutes. You know, like you should have been here by now. And the guy's like,
he is terrible when it comes to customer service. When it comes
no. It was ordered at 11:30, and I didn't get it until 1 o'clock.
What day of the week was it?
This was a Friday. This was in Oakland. This was like literally 5 blocks away. What's the issue? Oh, the 2 drivers, one of them car broke down. But they were like, I was like, where's this food at? And he's like, he didn't like have any good English like speaking skills. So he's like, let me switch you real quick. He's like, hold on. And I'm like, and then it was like someone who spoke a little bit better English, but it wasn't like that much better. I was like, where's my food? And he's like, yeah, the driver, we have 2 drivers. The one driver car broke down. So there's only one person left. So he'll get to you whenever. I was like,
and then you knew that was gonna be your answer.
I was like
I don't feel that bad for you.
But the thing is, like, they didn't even give us a courtesy. Oh, hey, it's gonna be a little bit late. Food was lousy still. I was mad as hell. Ain't gonna buy over there from there.
Okay, we don't.
But this music video can be dealt. I'll let you know not to go at that spot. You can ask me where it was. It's in Oakland. You could probably do this in your area, you know, instead of doing it out here.
I love when you get into your angry rants, man.
I'm sorry, guys.
So we're gonna move over to Fly High Records, CEO 50, Purple Nipples. I'm calling it Purple Nips from now on.
Purple nipples.
But I'm stopped. But again, shout out to CEO 50. He's been contacting me recently, like sending me songs and sending me videos. And I want you to know, I see that. I might not be able to get back every message or hit you back every single time you send me something, but I watch things and I peep everything. That Batman video you showed me, it's interesting seeing a grown man that's like big in the Batman costume. It was different when Jaden did it because he's like 100 pounds and like small. But still, the video and the song was dope. I just wanted to get that out first because I know you sent me that video and I wanted to let you know I peeped the video as soon as you sent it to me, bro. Going back, we're gonna start off from the show. Taking a Bath featuring Chase, Dreams, and DJ.
That's DJ Shaheed. I think that's the production. It wasn't listed, but it's a shout out. Give the shout out too, because you gave the shout out. Taking a Bath. I wasn't ready for that as an intro song.
But I just said the thing about before about I want my intros to tell me about the album or be bars. This is the one outlier because this doesn't happen a lot.
No.
For one, this literally sounds like a song that should have been like track 8.
Yeah, I didn't think that was needed as number 1. I was like,
but it's great. Like it is a great track. Like I'm not mad. It's just it was an interesting way to start things off.
Mm-hmm.
But again, if you're gonna go left field with your intro, you might as well go as left field as possible. The song about taking a bath is that's as far as you can go.
Yeah. Push Splash of taking a bath. I like the shit. It was catchy. The beat like was on. I was like,
the beat was insane.
I was like, you can't really hate the song.
Like man, that beat, bro. Shout out to DJ Shaheed.
I think
man, that was one of them beats where you got to stretch your face up a little bit, man. You got to hit one of these. Yeah. I just heard the beat. I'm just like, ooh. It's shit. Like it's like you make the face like you walked in somewhere and like you just smell the worst shit ever. That beat is that's a straight stank, bro. That beat is insane. Like the song's great too. Like this song, the concept of taking a bath is great.
Mm-hmm.
And Chase Dreams. Even though Chase reminds me a lot of Wiz. Like I got a lot, and then not new Wiz, early Wiz, like young and on the grind type of Wiz. But no, this is a great opening track. Like I said, I was not ready for the opening track to be about taking a bath.
No, that's where kind of like you're just not ready for it. But you know what? I guess that's what happens whenever the front cover is purple nipples. So like baby sucking on a nipple. So you take a slow splash, you throw a kid in the bath, get the, get a little ducky. I don't know fucking shit.
All I know is this was a very shocking surprise for the first track, and it's one of my favorite tracks. Saying that, the second track is the exact opposite.
Oh, shit. Dark and Twisted, produced by DJ Insanity.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. Beats insane. I'll give you that. I don't have anything else about it. Like, it's just okay. I didn't like the track. I didn't like it. It wasn't anything I got into.
Yeah, there's a few that I feel like it was just kind of like, I kind of get here and then come back and forth with this album. Not like, it wasn't like the song was awful. It's just kind of like it wasn't anything spectacular.
No, that's how I felt. Like, it just didn't. I usually get a feeling of love or hate for a track. This track, it wasn't sonically good to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have like lyrically, beat wise. It's just I didn't like the track, so that's how I roll with that. After that, we got what's the next up on there, James?
Helicopter Music, featuring Samuel, produced by Sean Ross. I'll say I really fucked with Samuel on this track. Actually,
I did too.
He went in on that.
The only thing I didn't like about this was the hook.
The hook was, that's what I was about to say. The hook kind of like.
Did you not get like a Kendrick Busy Bone feel from Samuel?
That's what I was kind of like, it felt like a little busy. Yeah. It kind of, I was, you know what? There's a lot of sounds like in this album. Like,
but it's the features. I don't get that.
The features.
Like, CEO has his own sound.
Yeah.
But like the features, every feature, I think I'd be like, yo, he sounds like something.
There's another person. I'll get to him.
Is that on Sunday morning? I'm assuming.
I don't think it was Sunday. I thought it was. I'll just say Remo Wise. I swear to God, he sounded like Rakim. I mean, yeah. Wait, no, not Rakim. Method Man.
I see where you get that.
Not Rakim. Method Man. Remo Wise definitely sound. I swear, I was like. Is this? But let's get back to Sunday Morning. Sunday Morning was a good jam. It's one of my favorites.
It's like a hybrid classic beat too. Like it's a throwback beat, but it's like hybrided. Like it still has the new instruments and stuff into it, but it's definitely throwback. Throwback posse cut, almost like a cipher.
Yeah. Features Soliv and Chris Allen in the produced by Soliv. I think it's Soliv. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, but anyways, that's.
I do have to say the one thing. I'm not sure who was on the last verse. I wasn't into it until Dude ran through the days of the week.
Yeah,
that was probably the one part where that third verse was waning on me, and then like he had his Monday through Sunday through Saturday where he was going through all the days of the week bar for bar, and that was cool. So actually, that helped the song out for me.
Yeah. Number 5. It's Alien Flow with Fly High Dolo. That's the feature. This one just I don't know. It seemed just kind of like a freestyle. But it was it seemed like it was just like talking about aliens, Martian, whatever flow. I don't know.
See, the beat was cool, but like both artists sounded off. Like I'm not saying it was off beat, but it sounded like off beat.
I wouldn't say it was off beat, but it's off.
Like I might have been hearing the beat in my eye. Like some beats, you can decide where you want to have the breaks are. I don't know if that beat was good enough to do that.
It did seem kind of off. It seemed, I don't know if that was the whole.
The energy never seemed to get to where I think like they seemed below the beat.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't seem that excited to be on the beat, and it's underwhelming to me. That's how I felt about that.
Yeah, it was nothing. That one wasn't anything too exciting. Like I said, that one seemed like just bars, just like a kind of like a freestyle.
Deep interlude, you got a cool verse. It was cool.
Seven deep in the band.
It was like
interlude, it was like a minute.
Yeah, it was, if that.
Yeah.
But again, it was cool.
DJ Insanity production on that one. It was just I felt like there's 2 interludes in this whole entire project. Deep 7 deep. And where's the other one? Stop It. I didn't feel like that was really necessary to put 2 interludes in, but we'll just keep it going.
It's 17 tracks, man. In the theater industry, there would be 2 breaks. There would be 2 half-an-hour breaks in this production.
I just wasn't. It was a long. I'm just saying this was a long album too, or I don't want to. I don't know. It seemed like it was a very long project, but it wasn't bad.
After that, we hit up Batman Freestyle. That's the joint he's spitting over the Jaden Smith track.
Okay, yeah.
Again, this is what I consider the single. I heard this like a month before the project dropped. It's a dope track. I like it. I'm gonna say what I wrote down. Snapping over the Jaden Smith beat. I do love its witty bars, and I love the bakery line. This is my other issue with the track. That Batman beat is one of those beats. I always have this thing where I tell people there are certain beats that unless you're just incompetent at rap, you cannot fuck up. I don't believe anybody can fuck up this Batman beat. Like this Batman, and it's one of the smooth beats. It's not even like, I used to only say this about heavy trap songs. Like if you got a heavy trap beat, I'm like, anybody can do what you did over the heavy trap beat. That Batman joint is a little different beat-wise, where it's so smooth. I'm like, if you fuck this up, I'm gonna have to hit you. Like if like one of my boys is like, I'm gonna hop on this track. I'm like, you wanna hop on that Batman? He's like, yeah, man. I'm like, you better not disrespect this beat. This is what's So, but you didn't do that. Like I said, you snapped on it. It's like I said, that's always my thing. When I know you're rapping over a different beat. Is this beat difficulty that high? Like you notice we never hear anybody rap over the real Slim Shady. Because if you fuck that up, we all want to talk about it.
Oh yeah.
Like that's one of the reasons why I rock with Logic. Logic is one of the only people I've ever heard spit over Miss Jackson, and I liked it. And I don't believe it's one of those taboo joints. Like if you want to spit over Miss Jackson, you better have that fire. And Batman could turn into that for Jaden because that album is doing really good for him right now. How did you feel about Batman?
Oh, that was a good track. Yeah, so it didn't seem like it was a kind of like it. I mean, it is a freestyle, but it didn't seem like it was a freestyle, really.
I think he just put the word freestyle to save him for the idea of just jacking the entire track.
Oh,
okay. It's kind of like it's a disclaimer. This is definitely this is probably written. I'm not gonna say it's for sure written. I don't want to be out here acting like I know exactly what he's doing, but like I'm almost sure this was a written track. So after that, we got Far Away featuring is it Maz Marley Marr?
Yeah, Maz Marley Marr. Far Away. And then the production was Chris Dreamer and CJB. I like the beat. I think it's really smooth. But I mean, I think CEO 50 purposely. I think he like wasn't trying to sing. I think it was more for.
Oh, that wasn't Marley, or
maybe it was Marley.
I like the raspy voice thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think it. Like, I mean, like it seemed a little off, but I think it was like it had its purpose for the track itself.
And you know what? This is a unique track because you never hear the tracks about trying to pull the independent woman. Like this whole track is I'm trying to pull the independent woman. I don't want to pick up the chick that doesn't have shit. I want her to have a job. I want her to have her shit straight, which I've always told niggas. I'm not saying this CEO, but if you one of them niggas that are going to listen to this track and try to pull the independent woman, guess what you got to be? Independent.
Oh, shit.
So, like I said, I'm talking about for everybody else. I'm sure if your name is CEO, I'm assuming you're independent. For all your other dudes that are going to try to listen to this song and then try to pick up the chick and got a business suit on, a dress suit on, and high heels, telling you gonna get curved. Like you know that now, especially if you're getting on the P1 like me.
That's funny.
My man over here might have a chance because he got the whip.
Oh shit!
But no, like I said, no. But like that, I like this track for that exact reason. I feel like women could listen to this track and be empowered to a certain degree. This is not the same. I'm picking up hoes. I'm picking up thoughts. Like this is a thought out. I want to get a real woman. I'm tired of going to the clubs and getting all these girls that aren't doing anything. So I respect this track a lot.
Yeah. It was good. I really liked it. I'm gonna read what I wrote here, so there's nothing more to say about that. Next track, Follow Rafiki.
I think Rafiki is the artist.
No, Follow Rafiki is the name of the track. What do you mean?
Because I thought it came up as feature CEO on the track when it was on there.
Which one? No, number 11. Is that the one you're thinking of? That one was actually Remo's song, I believe, and that one was the only one that said featured CEO 50. That's what it was.
I thought a nigga called himself Rafiki. I really thought
there's a picture on the SoundCloud with Rafiki.
Well, no, the issue with the SoundCloud is some songs said featuring people, and then some songs said featuring CEO 50, and I was confused.
All right. I double checked it. I could be wrong.
I'm praying to God you're right, because I'm not here for the nigga calling himself Rafiki as a rap name.
1 through 17. 1 through 17, like, is allegedly should be all your songs, but I think the only one that is not your song is Remo, number 11, My Highway, and then I think everything else is yours, and then I'm damn sure that's Fall of Rafiki. 100% damn.
Again, I'm more with you on this. Like I said, I don't need somebody to tell me that there's a rapper in Pittsburgh calling himself Rafiki. I'm not here for that. Shit, like there's just certain things we can't do, man. I don't care if you're a millennial. I don't care if you was born in '93 with me and Lion King was the first movie you ever saw. Rafiki is not your rap name. Don't come on this show talking about like oh, I want to get interviewed. What's your name, Rafiki? What's your government name? Is that your new rap name?
Yeah. Your government name is your new rap.
That'd be a whole different story.
That would, yeah.
But back over to the track of the dub.
That was produced by Butter Baby Beats.
Okay, I was hoping I read that wrong too. That whole song was weird, man. I don't have a lot of positives. This one was weird for the ears, man. The beat, the flow. I just never really got into it. Like, this was not a track that I can get into. I don't like the flow.
Yeah.
The beat, the lyrics. The lyrics are cool. Like, I don't have a lyrical issue with this track, but the song itself just isn't good to me.
I wouldn't say this is one of my favorites. Like I said, this one seemed like it was kind of like a filler one for me.
Yeah. 70. Hey, man, you got to be an impressive nigga to get a 17-track album out of me, and for me not to say the word filler one time.
That's all I can say. I mean, it seemed like it was kind of like a bit. I don't know. It wasn't anything crazy. This definitely was not one of my favorite tracks. But the next one coming up, this was actually one of my favorite tracks. Live It Up, Chase Dreams. That was the feature. This
is the perfect radio track.
Yeah, this can be this. I can hear this on a radio right now. I mean,
it's not. When I say radio tracks, in my sense, it's radio. Like, it might be, a little poppy, but it's not remedial. I consider a lot of things on the radio today remedial. You don't know what remedial is? Go get that Oxford Dictionary. Because that means you probably like the music I'm talking about. But no, this is a great radio track. That's really all I got on this one. Like, it's a great radio track. Chase Dreams goes in again. I think CEO 50 and Chase Dreams is a very good combination compared to some of the other features that Chase or the CEO has on the album.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, like I said, this was probably one of my favorites. Like I said, yeah, like Jordan said earlier, Chase Dreams kind of sounds like Wiz, and that's kind of like where I got in, and I felt like it was kind of like an old pop Wiz song. Like, it definitely could be on your local radio, playing at least once an hour. Respond.
Yeah, we're talking about the annoying radio stations.
Yeah.
You'll get your play here, but we ain't one of them stations that's just playing the same shit every hour.
You can run it back every hour. But this is a good track. That was, like I said, that was probably one of my favorites. Number 11. Like I said, this one is My Highway. Like I said, I think this is Remo's track.
Oh no, it's Remo's track.
And you're just featured on it, which is all right.
First and foremost, this is the most annoying beat on the entire album. This beat is annoying as shit. Saying that, I powered through it because I've been trying to make myself get through the bad beats, because I feel bad when a beat's bad, because I blame you for picking it, but unless you're a rapper producer, I don't blame you for the beat being bad. So I try to get through it for your lyrics. Saying that, I did that. Remo snapped the fuck out. Can't even stun on that. First thing, he was kicking facts and snapping the fuck out. Yeah. Everything Remo was saying was just the truth. Where was that? CEO makes the this never happens. This is another rarity. We've had some rare things, at least coming from me in the rap game. First thing is the first track being Taking a Bath About Bath. And then this track here, it's very, very small chance that I ever say that artists make the beat better. When I first heard that beat come on, I didn't want nothing to do with this track. By the time I finished, I'm like, you know what? Remo and CEO made this track worth fighting to get through the beat.
That's saying a lot. Wow.
And again, this beat's terrible. Like actually, if I was one of them dudes that like getting on the computer and fucking with songs, I'd just go put a different beat behind this song. I would try to find like another beat that rolls with y'all cadence.
I wasn't too crazy about the hook. And then the beat, I don't know. The beat really, I don't care what you could have said. I don't know. I don't think the beat could have saved you. I mean, I don't know, care what you could have said. Like it just didn't help it, you know. I don't know. It wasn't one of my favorite tracks. I mean, you fucked with it. I mean,
with that track, I didn't. Well, no, I fucked with the lyrics of the track.
Oh.
That track is not that great to me.
Okay.
Like I said, it's like I said, it's the perspective of y'all made the beat sound better.
Mm-hmm.
That is unique. The song still is not like, if those bars were on something else, it'd be amazing. The fact that you put those bars on a beat where I'm just like, the beat itself is subpar.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it's like, you're like, if I was gonna give that song a literal rating, it'd be 2.5. It's like you did great here and you did terrible here, so it's gonna meet me in the middle. It's not a 0. There's differences to that. After that, what we got? We got Pain, produced by
No, Fury.
Oh, Fury.
Fury, that one. I don't know who the production.
Oh, I know why I skipped filler, because that shit was. I mean, I skipped Fury because it was fucking filler. That shit was not. It just sounds like a normal. It just sounds like filler. It's nothing special about Fury to me.
It's all right. It was a pretty decent track. I like the beat. But yeah. I mean, you're definitely gonna have different filler feels and then I'm gonna have different filler feels as well. So I like Fury a little bit more, but there's not really much to say. It wasn't my top. It's not in my top 3, but it was a good track. It was one. It was a close, you know, not bad.
After that, we got Pain.
Okay.
We got a producer for Pain. We got Nate Rhodes. Got to see if he related to our boy. But this is another joint where it was just lacking for me. Again, this is also what, track
13?
Yeah, we're getting deep. This one was another one that was lacking for me. And I will first and foremost say it sounds like this is a true story behind this track, and I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
I always try to respect people when they're giving us their true stories. Saying that, the true stories aren't always good songs. So
that's the truth, yeah.
Like that's literally how I got to go with this. Like I respect the fact that you decided to put your heart out there and your feelings out there and on wax, but I don't think it's a good song. Like I said, this is where I go with that.
I could say the same thing. I mean, good story, I guess, but yeah, it wasn't the greatest. Some stories are just maybe just spoken word. I mean, I don't know. That's all I can say about that.
That was gonna be the other thing. It's not even a beat. It's not really. He's talking over the beat. It's not rapping. Yeah. It is more like spoken word poetry, which I have no issue with that.
Mm-hmm.
There could be good spoken word poetry tracks. I'm just saying that this one was way out there for me, and for the album. This is like a left turn for the album for me too.
Yeah.
After that, we got Prison Song, one of my favorite tracks on the album.
That was a really good one, yeah.
This is where you go retro. This is where you talking about what's real, and I'm assuming some things that are personal to you. It's interesting to me. And it's not even just about prison. He breaks down multiple parts of life on this track between what happens in prison, getting out, dealing with society in different ways. Like this is one of those public service announcement tracks where I forget what track I said about somebody else's, but this is the type of track where if you could get the waiver signed, I would want this played in like a classroom for like 10th graders. Because this is real shit. Like I said, it might be a little vulgar there, here and there, but this is the real shit right here. And I respect that.
I mean, you don't have to. He could just come in as just a speaker and just rap it, and then just filter some things that need to be filtered. Yeah,
they tried that on the Chappelle show with the crackhead character. That ain't work out.
That was shit. Listen. I think it would be. I mean, I feel like it would definitely be the story.
Oh no, I'm just fucking around. I ain't comparing you to Tyrone Biggums. Yeah, no, like, so this is definitely
the first time I sucked dick for crack Jeff Groban.
After that, we got another one of my favorite tracks on the album. You Don't Have the Answers, which
you skipped Stop It interlude, another filler.
Okay, I don't have that one on here though.
Most Marley Marl, again, it's just another filler. I mean, my eyes.
Okay, I don't remember that track at all because it's not even in my notes.
Well,
I'll be perfectly honest with you there. Like my shit goes from prison songs straight to You Don't Have the Answers. And like I have notes for all this. Like it's not me just coming up with like random shit. Like I keep notes for all y'all tracks. So tell me about the Stop It interlude.
It was just bars. It wasn't anything spectacular. It was like minute 20, minute 40. It's that. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't really need interludes because it seems like I could just be like, oh hey, this could be the interlude for me. You know.
Basically, you're saying you can take breaks when you want.
I'll take the breaks when I damn well feel like it. Yeah. I can pause this anytime I want. This is my music. You know, like you know what I'm saying? Like this is my the way I want to listen to it. You know?
Hey, because I have issues like I understand everybody wants to put their music on SoundCloud. I want to say this to everybody, including CEO. I need to know how I can get some of these tracks on my iPod. And this is before I even go into the next track. Like I'm talking about a couple of these tracks, like Taking a Bath, Batman Freestyle.
Calling timeout. You originally, you know what? I know what it's kind of like his fault too. He said he was gonna put it on Dat Piff, you know. So I'm taking that personal too. Okay, there's some tracks that I kind of wanted too. You know, I'm not
like I'm cool with doing the reviews on SoundCloud, but doing these reviews makes me understand that I listen to music on the go. So like I said, there's a couple tracks on here where I'm just like, bro, these are gold, and I'm not trying to go to my laptop every time I want to listen to one of these joints. Back to the actual review that's going down. One of my favorite tracks, You Don't Have the Answers.
Mm-hmm. Remo Wise.
Featuring Remo Wise.
And the production.
That picture, like, I can't wait to see my eyes because my eyes got big as hell.
Production is Tommy Boy Beats.
Shout out to Tommy Boy, man, because I've never thought about this. This track is unique in just too many ways. My bad. Yeah, this track is just. I've heard samples before. I've heard people sample comedians and like TV shows and other songs and shit. He sampled the motherfucking Sway interview with Kanye and sampled it through the entire song with different parts and shit. And then he was rapping serious. Like, you know how hard it is for me to take somebody serious when they're rapping about real shit, and then like every 6 or 7 bars it cuts into, you ain't got the answer, Sway. I am Steve Jobs. I am Google, Nike. Like, first thing, that interview is one of the most legendary dumbass interviews of all time. And Sway should have punched him in the face. I will always go down with the idea that Sway should have punched him in the face. Going back to the song though, Theo and Remo, from their, like I said, what kills me is they're serious. They're rapping serious as shit about what's going on, and then it's just funny because they got stuff like that in the background from Kanye. You get into it,
but yeah. All right. Like I said before, Rema kind of sounds like Method Man. So I got this kind of just a throwback feel. But anyways, yeah, you definitely the track starts in like he's like, it's like he's listening to it too. Like CEO Fisty's like, yeah, he's like, yeah, right. And then he's like, but then he starts, but then he goes in rapping, but he's talking real serious shit though.
Like I said, y'all have some shit to talk about on that track. It's broken up because it's not even a hook. It's like every once in a while we just get a couple lines from the interview, and then the song starts up again. I'm just like, y'all make it sound, and then no, the whole song is being sampled actually because you hear the you don't got the answers through the hook, don't you?
I think so.
So yeah, that whole track to me is just like, bro, like it's. I don't know if this was your idea, if it was Tommy Boy Beats' idea. First thing, if Tommy Boy Beats made this beat with that sample in it and then put it on the internet, shit, I don't even know if I could do that. I'd have to shop that to the people I knew. Like, yo, I made this beat. I don't really want to put it up on YouTube. I just want you to peep it first. Just listen to it. I'm telling you, it's hard. Like that's how I feel about things. Like I'd be listening to a lot of beats that producers give to artists, especially the ones that I know, and I'm just like, bro, you ain't got friends that you want to shop some of these to first? That's just me. I can't be having certain artists have my beats. Certain artists that got J's in their names. Malachi knows what I'm talking about. But no, like I said, this is definitely a standout track for me. After that, what's the last track is Back on Tour, right?
Back on Tour freestyle. You got it. Actually, no, I'm playing.
It's a nice freestyle at the end of the album. Nothing too crazy, but I can say bars are on point, and this is I think it's a nice way to end it. I didn't need to end this. You can't end the album on "You Don't Have the Answers." I'm fully understand.
I think you could.
I love that track, but that's not the way I want to end any album. So I like the idea that the back on tour freestyle was how we ended it. Just some nice soothing bars. Probably could have said back on tour freestyle could have been the opening.
Back on tour?
Yeah. That could have been the opening track.
They could have, yeah.
Okay, so that's always going to be the interesting thing about this is Taking a Bath, even though I love the track, probably should have never been the first track.
What would it, all right, if, let's say Back on Tour still 17, what would be your intro then?
If you had to force Back on Tour to be 17?
Yeah, like if you, so if you could pick another song to be, instead of Taking a Bath, what would be your intro?
Sadly, even though I don't like the track, probably Pain.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I like the idea of I like getting to know you.
Yeah.
And Pain is a get to know you type of track. So
okay.
Like I said, I keep an open perspective. Like I said, I might not like Pain, but if you were to ask me my opinion, Pain should have been the first track. And it would have made me not call it filler. So that's the one thing I can say. No matter how bad your first song is, you must have really thought that first song should have been on the album. So I'll never call the first track filler.
Yeah, the first track is usually they wanted that on. So it was a lot. There was a lot of, I don't know.
Again, that's why, like I said,
we haven't really done too many projects this long, and this is my first. I mean, like first or it's probably third or fourth. I don't know. It's the first one of the year, so it just wasn't really a lot.
So you want to start off the 3 words real quick?
3 words. All right. If you were tuning in before, we do EPs. Free Drugs' project was an EP, so it's 1-on-1. This is a mixtape / albums as well. We do 3 and 3. If you have a long enough project to say, we can go ahead top 3, bottom 3, and again, we do the score 0 to 5, 0 to -5. So me,
this is your words 3.
Yeah, this is my words 3, guys. So I have number 3. It would be I'm just gonna put them together, just the interludes. Just like that's
both interludes are gonna be your 3?
Yeah, okay. Both interludes are 3. And like I said, it's I don't know. I just didn't need it. I don't know. Number 2, Rafiki. And number 1, I'm sorry, Follow Rafiki. It wasn't that great.
What was the other one? You said number 1?
Number 1's gonna be Alien Flow.
Okay.
I wasn't too crazy. I don't know. It seemed like it was off. It just didn't seem I don't know. It just didn't seem right. I don't know. I didn't like it that much. I mean, kind of like I fucked with the whole vibe where you're trying to get to like you talking like different type of like space type things, but Martians, aliens, whatnot.
Space is a hard thing to rap about.
Yeah.
Like I've heard this isn't the first time I've had rappers attempt to have a song based on bars around space. It's just it's an interesting topic. Like I know everybody wants to talk about Beyond and when I look out the window. But yeah, no, like I said, it's not it's a weird topic. It's a hard topic. I'm cool with you trying. I guess I'll hit my worst 3 off. My number 3 worst track is Follow Rafiki.
Okay.
Number 2 is Fury. Oh no,
okay.
No, my bad. Not Fury. What the fuck is it at? Because I know I saw it. I was like, ooh. Okay, yeah, my number 2 worst was Fury. My bad. And my worst was Dark and Twisted.
Okay.
So that's how I go with this. I guess the Dark and Twisted was just
up there.
It was just nothing for me on that track. Beat was, like I said, beat was nice. Shout out to DJ Insanity. But that track had nothing for me. I guess I'll start off the three best real quick.
All right.
Or not.
I'll start it off. Number 3, You Don't Have the Answers. Number 2, for me, Sunday Morning. All right, You Don't Have the Answers featuring Remo was number 2, Sunday Morning feature So Live and Chris Allen. And then number 1 for me was Live It Up featuring Jay Streams. So those were some solid tracks.
My number 3 for me, for the best, will be Taking a Bath. Like I said, if it honestly
That's up there.
if it would have been in the middle, it might have been number 1. It's just a really awkward intro for me, but I still love the track. Number 2 for me will be who's that? Oh, You Don't Have the Answers. That's my number 2. And then the end of the album, my favorite track is the Prison song. Like I said, it's funny because like my first 2 favorites were like the songs that I consider the funnier tracks. Even though You Don't Have the Answers for y'all is serious. It's just again that sample. You could tell me that you was talking about your dead relatives on that track, and I'm gonna be sitting there laughing because you decided to put Kanye's ad-libs in the back.
Yeah.
But like I said, Prison Song's my number 1. Like I said, that's a borderline public service announcement to me. So I guess since you have to go first for both of those, I'll give my score out real quick. I'm gonna have to roll with the 3. Like I said, there were some really big disappointing parts on this project for me. There were some really big highlights for me. So I have to just roll with a midline score of 3. Where I'm going to kick it with you. I was like, you going with the weather?
You see that in the background?
So a 3?
You see that background?
Yeah, it's a Jazz jersey. I see that. He stopped that.
I'm sorry. But I'm going to go with a 3 as well. I wasn't too crazy about it. I could have put it lower. I was considering putting 2.5, and it wasn't that great to put up 3.5 or 4 or whatever.
Oh no, it was not 4 worthy at all.
It wasn't 4 worthy. I mean,
again, like the thing about this is there's peaks and valleys. Like there's not even like outside of that part where we get to like Fury and Pain, and I didn't, like I said, Fury made my worst 3 list. That's like the closest I get to just straight filler.
Yeah.
But everything else is either these tracks are amazing, like Take a Bath, Sunday Morning, Batman Freestyle, all the way down to You Don't Have the Answers. And then some of these tracks are just really not entertaining. Dark and Twisted, Alien Flow, both of the interludes. Almost anything that has most Marley Marl on it, I'm noticing.
Oh, shit. I'm not throwing shade like that, though.
I'm just keeping it real, man. I want you to get better. I tell everybody this because I know we rapped a little bit on Facebook, so I know you're gonna watch this. I'm not here to talk down on you. I'm here to help, or not help. I'm just constructive criticism, bro. Like I said, I'm not here to tell. I tell everybody I'm here for the culture of our city and the culture of rap in the city. I'm not here to tell anybody to stop rapping. I'm not here to tell anybody to go back to their day job. I got a day job. I'm going back to it tomorrow. Just telling you that now. But I'm here because I want everybody to get their like the homie C says over No Chill. I want you to get your bars up.
Get your bars up. Hold it down. Get your bars up.
See, the way he said it sounded disrespectful.
No, what?
He's over here cocking your head back and forth and shit.
That's right. You got to get your motherfucking bars up because no, I'm just playing. No, like in No Chill, like some people need to get their bars up though, for real. Like y'all really think you can you're like, why can't I should be on the card?
Okay, back over to CEO 50 and Fly High Records. Again, we both gave you 3s. Actually, hey, yo, because I know you're going to watch the CEO. Get a hold of us. We got some open spots for interviews at the end of March and early April. And I definitely want you in because you seem like an interesting character with the videos I've seen you make. You can laugh at yourself, and I respect that. That's why I'm not that worried about telling you the truth about how I feel about some of these tracks. Because you definitely seem like a person that could take. You want this. You want to. You're an artist I believe wants this. I've had done reviews for artists, and I'm like, bro, you might try to fight me. I'm not that. I don't have that feeling about you, so I can feel like I said, I can tell you. Like I said, some of these tracks were gems. Like, what was the track you was talking about? Live It Up. I'm telling you, bro. Like not just here. You need to start trying to hit Felly Fell on them and try to go get a flex to flex bomb your track. Say that like begrudgingly, but yeah, like this is one of those tracks where it's good enough for that. Honestly, that's movie soundtracks level stuff to me, man. Like Live It Up is the type of track that you can hear at the beginning of the next Fast and the Furious or the beginning of the next Twilight movie or something like that.
No, let's leave it at Fast and the Furious. Don't you dare ever say that ever again. There's never going to be another Twilight movie, thank God. All right, but y'all, no. You could have next Need for Speed movie. For some reason, they make another one.
They're not making another one.
Okay,
I'm the only person that wants another Need for Speed movie, so I know they're not making another one. But yeah, that's how I feel about this. Run, what do we do for the numbers for everybody today?
All right, I'm gonna run it back. All right, CEO 50. You got a 3 from both of us. I don't know. And that was Purple Nipplez. This was your
still best artwork in the city at the
mixtape. Shout out to everybody who did help on the project and Fly High Records. You know, and if you're watching this still, CEO, if you do come for an interview, please check out our other videos and see who and what Wednesdays really entail, because you're in for a treat. That's all I can say. And make sure you bring friends. Free drugs. You got a 4 from both of us, actually, for your EP project. It's called Unknown Artist. And, I mean, it was well produced as well. And very, I would say, as right now, because we've only had 2, maybe 3 albums with skits, YB being the one that just had way too many, it did seem like it was cool with skits. Like it did follow up, but it didn't follow up like track 3 and 4 did. So I mean, that was a big highlight for it. Definitely, I would like to be in the music video if you do make it. So holler at me.
Again, we are here for cameos. We are here for all cameos.
I'll just get a gallon, 2 gallons of like just duck sauce. I'll do it.
Oh, Malachi is damn near made it like if you're going to do a video, I think Malachi does like it's not even an option for him. He's showing up.
No, I'm getting the egg roll duck sauce tattoo. Like real shit.
Real shit.
Yeah, shrimp egg roll. I don't use shrimp roll.
Oh.
No, shrimp roll.
Okay. And getting that bullshit
I totally we just learned a lot of.
I want the freebie.
I just want, yeah, this is I didn't ask, like, he's like, oh, hey, they're nice. You know, yeah, I want a good one. Little piece of shit. Yeah, hey, I'll talk with them heavy.
So, just to let y'all know, this is the end of Rap Jury.
Okay.
Now, we are getting into Overly Unfiltered. You have any runner-ups before I go straight into the Overly Unfiltered? Give yourself a second, because I do have one story I want to talk about. Again, we ain't sponsored by nobody, but we do roll with Brick heavy, and I do have some announcements off of Brick's No Chill Battle League. I'm gonna get that for y'all real quick. Huh? What? But we do rock with the No Chill Battle League, and we support them and what they're doing for the city. And I do have a big announcement that I found out today. They have put up the brackets. They have not put up all the artists yet, but they have put up the first four artists, the number 1 seeds per se. They have not told me yet, but I've heard rumors that these 1 seeds might get bye weeks. We're not sure yet. Give me a second, because apparently they.
So wait, it's gonna be 16. Wait, no, it's gonna be 20, but it's gonna be.
No, if they don't get bye weeks, it's 16.
Okay, so it could be.
Could be.
Okay.
Well, because they put up like 40 artists in the.
Yeah, they put up 40. They put a bunch of artists up for the No Chill. I think the top 4, I think, is the Cypher's
a 4 seed.
I
want to get the actual one for we're not guessing.
What's his face? Don't Status.
I got it right here.
Is Starlos out there?
So this is it. Yeah, that's why I said I wanted to wait until I got the exact information.
Oh shit.
Number 4, the 4 seed is Decipher. Number 3 seed is gonna be Basket Case. Number 2 will be Dawn Status.
Don't Status. It will.
And number 1 is gonna be Paperboy. I gotta say that right. It's spelled that way. So yeah, right now those are the first 4 in, guaranteed. It's interesting. Dawn Status and Basket Case are solid. Like those guys have been here through it all. I don't know a lot about Paperboy, so I'm not gonna speak on Paperboy. I know he's had good battles, but I haven't watched a lot of Paperboy. And y'all know Decipher is my homie, little homie, aka I'm trying to find better nicknames for him because they just keep on roasting him about Alistair.
Yeah, I'll fuck with you.
And I do gotta say, man, you gotta calm down on the page. You're getting a little too. I'm in the no chill page. I see what you be commenting to niggas, man. You gotta calm down. Even though, hey, I agree with you. You can ask anybody here. I said about 4 months ago, back in like October, that they need to get real judges. So me and you are on the same page with this. They need to stop putting the votes out there because niggas. You're right. I think that was it Itchy or Smug? There was one of these dudes out here just tagging people to get these votes, and I'm like, I don't think any of these niggas watched this video. So I do agree with you on that. But you gotta come about it better, man. Just like Brad said, you're still the young bull. You gotta come out here with a little bit more respect, man. Like you're getting on your peers' nerves. Not me, because I'm not your peer, but the people around you, I can tell, are getting tired of you, and they're gonna start coming at you with the best they have. And yeah, that's how I feel about that. Is there anybody like I know Rob was basically 5. Like I know when I was looking at it, kept on watching it, Rob was 5.
Yeah. Should.
Now, some other people like really dropped low. That
I'm not surprised by the top 4.
no,
Not surprised by the top.
Only because Rob hasn't battled lately.
Right.
Is the only reason I would see.
I'm surprised
it was if he would battle the whole time.
Right.
In his absence, I can see why.
I'm surprised that Rob got up so high because he hasn't been battling for a minute.
But he's still been the topic of all controversy.
Yeah.
So like,
And they talk about him in every battle.
Yeah.
So and he's still 3-0. So
You better, come on, bring the heat. I know you bring heat. He brings in heat. So I mean, I'm not.
Toledo.
Yeah, he's got to Toledo. Yeah.
The one that shocks me, and it's not that he wasn't in the top 4, it's the fact that I don't even think he's in the top 16 in the voting. And I do know it's the idea that people hate the club, but like Villa was below like some of his members.
Mm-hmm.
New Paper is going to be the first vote from. Who's the next one?
Give me a second, because I have like the second half of the list in front of me.
The only person I would put. I mean, you got all those people in there now. Like,
You got a lot.
so.
Half these dudes in the group don't even rap. It's like Wu-Tang at this point.
No, I'm just saying,
Oh, get out of here.
even with new members like Fizzy and
Yeah.
with them becoming members, they would bump past some of the people I would originally.
Is Starlos in there?
Yeah,
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 Starlos is above him.
OSMT.
Fizzy's
I feel
above
like
him.
OSMT.
I mean, Fizzy's new, but like he's above him.
But he'll top others of those.
And that's all. At this point, I just think
So
he.
they're adding people that are like outshining the original people.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I know, but that was something I noticed that with the Hami post when she was talking about Fizzy and she was cool with Fizzy and it's like y'all were worried about him eating y'all, which I don't know if that's true at all. But they did go get Fizzy, and I do know from what I listened to, even though it was one and one, Fizzy's dope. I can't sit here and say he's not dope. So no, and I'm not deep enough into the politics of what's going on with these crews in No Chill. I just can't wait to see the crew versus crew battles, because that's going to happen. And that was something that C put out there, like, will be crew.
Only 3 crews? Team 6, Ghosters,
Misfits. That's all I can think of.
and maybe one. I mean, it's just us. We're outside, so I mean.
I know, we outside.
We could be missing a whole lot going on.
I know, that's what we need Brick for. Like I said, I just wanted to get the information out there because Brick ain't here, and it's something, this is big. And to me, for one thing, Martian, had to give up the title because he's retiring. Power to him. And I respect C for doing this. I just hope that everybody rolls with this, because this is going to take months.
What, this?
Yeah, you can't do it because there's going to be one battle. Every round is going to be one battle of that.
But I feel like they do enough events.
They only do like 5 or 6 events in a week. They do this like.
Yeah, but I mean, you can increase now that you're doing this.
Yeah.
I mean, like. I think
You can at least do monthly, and you could, and then plus
you still have 4 battles on there, or 3 battles.
Oh yeah, well no, the first night's going to have what, 8 battles?
Yeah, so you'll get through all of those. 8, 16. That's the first round right there.
Yeah. So it's going to take, I say, 3 months before they.
Depending on if they do it monthly or do it.
Yeah.
That's an He said the least it takes 3 months. I'm going to say it's probably going to take 6, because they don't do battles every month. I mean, Calvin's trying to do battles every month, but they're not doing battles every month. And the other thing is, and this is no shade, a lot of them are WWE fans, so I wouldn't be shocked if they start trying to get like weekly. You've noticed a lot of their bars are either anime related, because I've heard some Dragon Ball lines, and I've seen a lot of posts that are like Ric Flair or like talking about wrestling. So I'm thinking they're going to try to get to the point where they're weekly, which that's the hustle. The hustle is to be out here every week getting these battles up. So it's not even a knock on that. So y'all right. Like I do think we're gonna get to a point where we're gonna be hearing a lot more from No Chill.
Yeah, I think it'll speed up now.
So, like I said, shout out to C, shout out to Brick, shout out to all three of the clubs over there because I don't have any preference personally. So, did you get your runner-up?
I got here. I'll try. Let's see what I got. Scotland. They had a 45-minute standoff with a stuffed animal.
Oh, I did hear about that.
They went to like a farm. Somebody said there was like a tiger, and so there was like they sent a whole bunch of people, and they thought it was real for like 45 minutes, and they're like, all right, somebody was like nah. And then let's see what else. And then in Mexico, somebody was trying to mail tiger cubs to people. I mean, I guess we're still selling them. So.
I don't know if that's overly unfiltered or just really, really, really illegal.
Yeah, I don't know. And only other one for me is a kid got stuck in a claw machine.
That happens all the time.
I feel like that, but that's always fun to hear. It's like he went up there.
It has to be lower though for some of the items that comes out. So.
My thing is you gotta be a fucking contortionist because they have the doorway set up that you gotta like go back.
Because like it has that like little thing.
So you can't like get around that.
So,
I used to, what was it back in the day? We used to like set up a fishing line and get a hook on there too. And somehow like because like you couldn't get your hand up there to go, so you like. And you like get the line and it would just catch your thing and it's like, which one you want? It's like, got this little stuffed animal.
I'm not that far with it. My overly unfiltered for the entire day, I got David Shine, a snitching anthem.
Wait, what?
A snitching anthem. He has a full music video and song about him snitching. Like proudly.
Who is he?
I don't know who he is. I just know his name is David Shine and this video is funny as hell.
Okay.
He's out here fully snitching, and he's about the idea of snitching. It's overly unfiltered of the day. Check it out. It's on the page. I'm about to repost it right now, which I think that's what I got to start doing. Because overly unfiltered is always on the page already. It's kind of like a scavenger hunt. You just got to figure out which one of these videos will be overly unfiltered. But 90% of the time, overly unfiltered is already on our page. Makes sense.
What? I did not put that on the story. I thought I'd seen that video before.
I know, I've seen that video. That's just funny as hell. I've seen that.
I swear I've seen that video. Like I was like, a few months back. You know, I feel like if I was in that situation, all right, the situation was dude rolls in, he's about to rob. It seemed like it was like an H&R Block type of place.
I was like, yeah, kind of. So,
like a taxi.
Metro PCS type.
What's it?
Headphones and stuff.
I didn't have phones there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like they were doing.
Yeah,
they
it was in the hood.
Okay.
It was a multi store.
Check cashing place.
Yeah.
There was a lot of
phone bill, all that.
Western, yeah. But I mean, obviously, everything like the windows were barred, the door was barred, everything was barred down, and then he goes in the back thing trying to take all the money or whatever. The person who was running the store, I guess, just tells everybody to get out. She locks the door, locks him in there. He can't get out. At that point, I feel like he should have a bic in his like wallet and just light the place on fire.
He even had a gun and shot the door.
Yeah, he did shoot the door. Yeah.
Like, so now it's on. Like, you could have got away. You didn't have the gun pulled on camera at all.
Yeah.
Until the end. Now it's an armed robbery.
Yeah.
Like, and then the part where he just realized he's not getting out and he couldn't believe that he got trapped in the store.
Yeah. He's like,
So
please.
please, I don't have nothing. Took the phones out of his pocket. Like, I don't have nothing. Please, just let me out.
Nope.
Oh,
I would have probably like lit the place
yeah,
on
so
fire.
I'm going down and fucking up the place.
Yeah. Like at this point, fuck this. Like y'all gonna lock me in? Fine.
But when he realized that the panic, I'm in here. When you shoot a lot and you still don't get out, and it's just like I'm going to jail. Yeah, it was over for like.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that video is funny as shit though. We're gonna have to start paying more attention to our Malachi's because that one was good. Like I said, I remember watching that. I watched that earlier in the day.
Oh no, we're gonna have a whole. This is about to be a show. Y'all gonna get a whole segment.
That's fine with me.
No,
You drinking alcohol or something over there?
No, this is Crush stirred up singles for the people that
They care about what drink. Hey, I'm drinking that 100% water, H2O, Bobby Boucher style.
Okay. This was water. That's all I can say.
That's really all I got. Hey, I do have one more thing for y'all. The National Signing Day, not National Signing Day, the they sent out the invitations for the NFL to have players come and try out. I can say the amount of players we got before we go away. Start off, Penn State will be represented by about 6 players. Pitt has about 6 players. What WVU has 3. And shout out to the safety, Max Redfield. He's the only IUP player who was invited to come to the NFL Compounds. I hope that you make it, my dude, because you're coming from a small-ass school. So, yeah, shout out to the local talent that's going up to attempt to be in the NFL soon.
Who was others? Well, I'm just going to go off topic. You remember, I don't know who said it. I don't know if it was it Bruno Mars or somebody? Somebody said that.
I don't quote Bruno Mars.
No. It wasn't like, it was like, oh, I should quote this. No, they talked about the Super Bowl for next year in Atlanta. And it was like, somebody said it should be either between, I think it was Outkast and Gucci or something.
It was me.
I know we were talking about
No. We talked about it, but somebody was like, that's who it should be. Outkast and Wu-Tang and Gucci.
Unless you know who it is, this whole conversation is null and void.
I was going Outkast and say it was us.
It was, I mean, it was.
I've been saying Outkast for over a year. Like, as soon as they announced that Atlanta had the Super Bowl, I've been saying Outkast.
Yeah.
A halftime show, not just like hot artists, would be good. I mean, like you said, Miss Jackson. The songs range. Future is like, is it going to be Percocet or something? Like, it's not going to change. It's going to be drugs. It's going to like, these Outkast can go up and down.
He said we're going to get, it's going to be Percocet.
Yeah,
it's
like,
going to be Molly.
Their catalog is still the same topics. Like, at least Outkast feels so far away. And then they all got single CDs and they got their combo CDs with other people. Like,
man, all I know, Outkast, you come out, you got to bring out somebody from the Dungeon family.
all right. The whole Dungeon, they give all going to be there or something. Like,
shit, Goody Mob, bring out old CeeLo, not new CeeLo.
Old CeeLo. Yeah, we want old CeeLo.
The Cujo to be in there.
All right, this is what. All right, it was Bruno Mars, and he said, Outkast, Gucci Mane, T.I., Jeezy, Jermaine Dupri.
Oh hell no! I've seen Jermaine Dupri live. I don't need Jermaine Dupri as a Super Bowl halftime show.
I wouldn't mind T.I. being on it, but I still think Outkast.
He's lost his goddamn mind if they think they're gonna get Gucci out there.
New Gucci.
It don't matter. It's like,
Lemonade?
what if the Super Bowl goes to Disney World? Like, you don't need Gucci just getting out of jail type. Yeah, like that's why
He's new Gucci.
I still don't think they're gonna be on a family. Like the Super Bowl is.
What was the list again? Because I think 3 of those people were legitimate ideas.
All of them straight to trap.
Outkast, Gucci, T.I., Jeezy, Jermaine Dupri.
No, just Outkast.
No, if you're gonna go Jermaine Dupri, then they gotta say So Def. They gotta be.
He got Money in the Bank with Jay-Z and like one other song. But no, don't do that.
Like that's the only way I'll let that one slide. If they said So Def, I actually wouldn't be that mad. I still want Outkast, but if they went that route, I'm not mad.
I wouldn't want So Def because I'm scared about all the talk about social media. Scared of the exaggerations.
I'm balling,
I'm back, bitches.
I'm headlining the Super Bowl solo.
I'm playing in the Super Bowl on one side.
No, wait. Did y'all see Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
Yo, Kevin. We never did talk about that.
No, here's another unfiltered. He tries to get up there. He's like, yo,
the only reason Kevin Hart didn't get overly unfiltered is because the nigga was eating shit.
Yeah, no. But we could have.
And he realized that he was fucked up.
Well, he
got on the stage though.
When he got in the interview with LT, or
he got on that stage.
He got on LT's.
Yeah.
He says, "Fuck." Oh.
Prime time and all them, so they got him off of there.
He's like, "Drop that."
He's like, shout out to the security guard that stopped him. He wants to get his name so he can send him something. Did your damn job. If I got on that stage, it'd been horrible, and I would probably ended my life. He's like, I'm glad you're making an ass with the owner.
Oh no, that would have been. He's right.
Yeah, so he's like, that's good. Get his damn job. I want to get his name. Like, I want to send him something. Thank you. Yeah, that would have been like, it already was the second worst thing he did. He said, but that definitely.
So he's keeping cheating on his wife as the number one.
Yeah, he's like, this is like probably one of the worst.
Yeah. You don't want it brought back up, but if it does, you want to bring it back up. It's my biggest regret, man. Like, you just always want to keep that up there, right?
I mean, I'm happy he thought of it like that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's stuff.
So, yeah. Again, overly unfiltered for the day. The one that happened originally was David Spade, or not David Spade. It's a no snitching. I mean, it's a snitching anthem. We have an anthem for snitching out here, y'all. So,
I got to download and play the song because you said it's song.
This video of the song.
That's
So, but we will be back Monday, y'all. Sports talk's gonna be a little different, man. Just want to let y'all know we're gonna be talking more. We're gonna talk more basketball. We'll be talking more sports. There'll be more a lot more and James game.
Shit.
Yes. And a bit of flair. So, like I said, when it's no more football season, I can only drag out football season and draft talk a little bit. I'm not Mel Kiper. I do not care about the draft until the draft happens. So, you got anything you want to say before the show ends?
Yeah, tune in Tuesdays as well. We'll have our top 10. You'll see what we'll post it a little later, probably over the weekend. So you can get some idea what we can put a little input. So tune in for that live, and definitely would like some feedback, because we don't want to hear it like, oh, well, why wasn't this one in? It's like, well, you didn't tune in. So, and
shout out to how y'all was in on Tuesday. I was really helping out on Tuesday. Like I said, I personally think y'all votes count. Me, I don't know about everybody else.
Oh, you trying to say now? You trying to sway him for next week? He thinks your votes count, so
it seems like my votes don't count. The Jazz don't count. I made sure Forrest Gump counts.
Forrest Gump got on there.
He got
sports. You should be the proudest ever.
I held that down. I was not. No.
Before we go, again, shout out to Street Smart Society, graphic arts, graphic design, and video editing. Hit them up on Street Smart Society LLC and streetsmartsociety.com. And you know what it is, man. Gmwwradio for IG and Twitter, Grandma Worldwide Radio for the YouTube channel, gmwwradio@gmail.com if you want your non-snitching songs to be played. And we give it to you real. We give it to you straight, man. We'll be back on Monday. Me, James, Malachi, Brick Flair, we all in the house. And thank you guys again for tuning in.